Good morning, everybody.
Hey, before he even gets started, please like, please comment, please subscribe, and share this video. I promise you I will answer all. When I say all, I do mean all comments, okay? So please make sure that you do put your comment down in the bottom. And also, I got a new camera, so hopefully you can see my pretty face. But anyways, let's keep going.
So I want to start out by thanking our Attorney General for joining us here in beautiful Brevard County. Our Attorney General and Governor Ron DeSantis also for their amazing support for law enforcement. Public safety in our communities is like nothing we've ever seen before. People are moving to Florida in droves because this is the free state of Florida. They're moving here because they know their families will be safe here. Their businesses will be safe. They won't have to contend with what we're seeing in places like Los Angeles and New York and Chicago, those things that are happening right now as we stand here today speaking. Our general was, I will say, very instrumental, was the tip of the spear in our blueprint for Free Florida. And now he's the tip of the spear in making sure that we are protecting what I like to call our 3 C's, our citizens, our cops, and our Constitution. And he has stood strong with not only law enforcement, but with us here in Brevard County, and we appreciate you. I'm gonna start out by addressing the doxing issue that we were talking about. Our ICE agents, just like our Florida Highway Patrol, are our partners. We all ride together in this. We all are out here to make sure that we're protecting our citizens, protecting our communities. Many of them have been called to the border. Many of them have been called to other locations to deal with the amount of fugitives and things that are going on, detainers. So for us, we will have their back. We will work closely with Colonel Howes and his team in making sure that we're increasing patrol, we're watching them. Anybody that's doxing them, as the General said, we passed a law about 4 or 5 years ago that makes it illegal to dox here in the state of Florida. So anybody that's doing that, we will take them to full task on doing it, and we will stand with you. I want to define a couple things, and our general was very kind in how he said things. I'm not as usually as elegant in how I say things, so I'm gonna first say that peaceful protests are part of our democracy. We invite people to share their opinions. That's what our country is all about. The key word in that is peaceful. And if it's peaceful, us in law enforcement are going to make sure you have a safe environment to do it in. That's part.
I agree with him already with this point already, right? Because a lot of these quote unquote peaceful protests end up having people throwing rocks, things burning down, people getting robbed, all kind of just craziness going on, right? And if you are looking to do something that is quote unquote positive or in a peaceful manner, right? It should be exactly that, peaceful. There's no need to kind of do all this other extra stuff, right? So I agree with him on this point. Let's keep going.
Part of that process. If you let it turn violent, whoo, you do not want to do that in Brevard County. I'm going to tell you that, and I believe I can speak for my fellow sheriffs around the rest of the state. You don't want to let it happen. And just so there's no confusion, because I don't want to hear any whining later saying we didn't know, I'm going to break it down for you, all right? Because as you watch these riots unfold across the rest of the country, what you are seeing is buildings being burned down, police cars being bricked, having explosive devices thrown on them, having fire, guns pointed at them, bricks thrown at them, all and on. So I'm gonna break it down for you, all right? And if somebody wants to know what I mean by turn violent, all right, this is what I mean. If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you...
Hey, he remind me of that teacher in that video where he said, you gonna fuck around and you gonna find out. That's what he remind me of.
I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail.
You're going to fuck around and find out.
If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired.
You're going to fuck around and find out.
We're going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, In our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you.
Hey, well, he basically said, this is Florida. You're going to fuck around and you're going to find out. I agree with him, man. I agree with him. Like, any place that you are looking to have a family and you want it to be a nice, peaceful place, a nice, easy place, not only for you and your family, but for the kids to grow up in. You don't want all this craziness, and I agree with him. So that's why currently I live in Florida. So that's why I'm happy for what he's saying, because at least for me, you know, of course, everything is not going to always be fucking unicorns and Skittles and rainbows and shit, right? Of course, that's a given, right? But overall, you don't want to live someplace too where you don't know, you know what I'm saying, if people coming in your house while you with your family. You try to stop from going outside and people trying to come inside your house. Like, bro, like, you know, that's how people die. And they die every day. Either the person that's coming in the house or somebody that's already there, right? You don't want that. So for him, I appreciate you. Let's keep going.
Graveyard dead. We're not going to play. This has got to stop. You're watching what's taking place out there. You're seeing police officers that are being attacked, being spit on, being put in harm's way just for doing their jobs. You're seeing ICE agents that are being targeted for doing their jobs. And you're seeing obstructionists that are doing all of this, standing in the way of law and order. Not here, not in the state of Florida. So to make it real simple,
You're going to fuck around and find
if
out.
you don't want to have any of those things happen to you, obey the law. Go protest all you want. Do it peacefully. Stand on the mountaintops and yell your opinion, your views. We invite that. But don't you dare break the law, because it won't go well for you. All right, General? Thank you, sir.
Hey, I like that guy right there. He ain't with the shit. I promise you. I don't know, man. Y'all, please first like, subscribe, comment. Like I said, I will answer all comments. So please make sure that you do leave a comment down in the bottom in the description. Yeah, how do you guys feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's letting it be known right now. You're going to fuck around and you're going to find out. All right. He done said this ain't California. This ain't New York. This ain't Vegas. This ain't none of that shit. This is Florida. You know what I'm saying? So, I like him saying that, and I definitely do appreciate them just with the zero tolerance, right? Because like I said, you know, you go someplace to actually have a family, and you do that to move in and all around just so that way you can find the best location for your family. And for me, like I tell you, I live in Florida, and I'm happy to hear this because now, you know, it makes me feel a lot safer in a sense, right? Not saying that, you know, like I said, every day is going to be rainbows and sunshine, but I do feel a lot safer with him saying this and everything else. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, put in the comments, do you agree with this zero tolerance, you know, or is he overboard? Is this too much? And you just want something a little bit looser as far as like what he's saying, right? Because he say either A, you're going to fuck around, and B, you're going to find out. So, hey, once again, this is Ace Honest Takes. I'm your host, Ace. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. And I'm out. Peace.